does it. I personally do not have the words to describe how happy I am for these women, the ones who actually don't have rights, in my opinion.
American women, did y'all hear that? I think that was a dig.
Just watch this real quick. Wow, imagine how good that feels. Oh wait, you can't. You've never experienced that, have you? As a woman, as far as clothing goes, I mean, it feels really good to take my bra off at the end of the day, but guess what? If I didn't want to wear one, I wouldn't have to. So that's my choice. These videos make me want to cry.
این آخرین نبرده پهلوی برمیگرده 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 این آخرین نبرده پهلوی برمیگرده
You might think that this is America or England during the 1970s, but it's actually Iran. Before the Islamic Revolution, Iran was ruled by Shah Pahlavi, and although it wasn't exactly a safe haven in terms of human rights, women enjoyed much more freedom. They had access to education and were involved in every facet of life, making Iran a leader in the field of women's rights in developing countries. That was of course until the Islamic Revolution in 1979. This is Iran today. This is the moment a random man attacked a mother and a daughter for not covering their hair. Unfortunately, attacks like these are not uncommon, and some women have even been thrown off of buildings for not covering their hair. And shockingly, this is what President Ibrahim Raisi said about the attack. He said, and I quote, "Wearing the hijab is the law in Iran." He went on to say, and I quote, "If some people don't believe in the hijab, it's good to use persuasion." It seems now many women are removing their head coverings as an act of defiance against this barbaric regime. This defiance follows the death of a 22-year-old girl who was beaten to death by authorities for not covering her hair. One of these brave young women had this to say.
It's that person's business. She wanted to dress like that, and she dressed however she wanted.
Understand what the fuck is happening in Iran right now? Here is a quick summary of everything you need to know. To fully understand everything that's going on right now, I'm going to give you some brief historical context. In August of 1953, the United States and the United Kingdom did something called Operation Ajax, where they overthrew the democratically elected Prime Minister Mossadegh and implanted their guy, Reza Shah Mohammad Pahlavi. Also known as the Shah, he oversaw Iran from the 50s to the 70s. And during this time, Iran saw a lot of economic growth. They had liberalization, modernization. Women were able to do whatever they want, wear whatever they want, go to university. And it was an overall very liberal society. However, at the same time, it was heavily influenced by Western countries. So the United Kingdom, the United States, Israel, they had heavy ties and influence to Iran, which a lot of people did not like. The Shah also had a secret police called the Savak, which employed a lot of over-surveillance of citizens, brutality, and unnecessary aggressions, which the citizens grew to heavily resent. At this time, a lot of the wealth and power was also solely concentrated with Iran's elite, which religious leaders and the general population grew to resent because of the heavy Western influence and funding that the elite had. By 1979, the people got tired and had a revolution where they replaced the monarchy with the Islamic Republic of Iran, which is the Iran that we see today. Now, the new leader we see is Ayatollah Khomeini, who carried on Iran from 1979 from the revolution to today. And his government strongly stood against Western influence and cultural dominance, against imperialism, against Zionism, and strongly supported the Palestinian cause. So while these objectives were great, there were other downsides to this government. It imposed heavy religious extremism and rules and regulations on women, women's hijabs, covering up all the time to a point of brutality, which we saw in the Masha Amini case and Zan Zindagi Azadi movement. Political dissent, independent media, and civil society activism are heavily restricted. People of Iran are not only fed up with the economy, they're fed up with the government, and they just want a widespread change of government and a complete overturning. There are, however, some downsides to this. You may see some photos circulating of Iranian protesters carrying the Israeli flag. This is because there are some Iranians who want to bring back the Shah monarchy. They want to have that Western-aligned government. They want to have that Zionist-aligned government, which would mean that the Palestinian cause would greatly suffer.
That part right there.
Their argument is that they would see more liberalization, women could be free again, but if I know anything about Western intervention is that Western intervention may look good right now, but overall you'll see a result like Afghanistan and complete failure all over again. I think what the people of Iran need is a third choice, not just a decision between the Islamic Republic versus the Shah. They need a democratically elected leader who will stand for their interests while also not standing for religious extremism. More than ever, I also want to see Iranian voices amplified. The people of Iran, diaspora Iranians, to decide what their government is for.
وای به تو زدن وای
People in Iran are very happy because this was a humanitarian intervention that the United States and Israel they decided to go ahead with this morning. People are very happy, despite that President Trump even was saying stay at home to be safe. We can see from the footages just released this morning that people are happy in the streets, celebrating, the distributing sweets between each other and dancing in the street. The atmosphere.
The women of Iran have spoken. All right. They want that Western feel. They done with the Middle East patriarchy. All right. They want to let their hangers hang. Right. They want to take all the hijab off. They want to uncover. Right. This is their form. This is their form of feminism. Right. And maybe they're right. Right. Maybe they should not. You have to wear all that. The hijab and all that. But at the same time, why is leaning more west the answer? You see what the West is like. The women are out of control in the West. And by the way, Western women, after watching this, y'all shouldn't really have nothing to complain about. Because y'all got all the freedoms in the world. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to catch you on the next one, man. Media 2.0.
My duty is to suck fuck and shut the fuck up at the end of the day.